I just wanted to paint a little bit of a picture about PADF in Haiti before the earthquake to give you a sense of the scope of and the focus of what we were doing. And that highlights a little bit our ability to respond. PADF has been in Haiti for 30 years, working in agriculture, community infrastructure, both in the rural and urban communities, human rights like anti-trafficking and things like gender-based violence, violence against women and children, and also disaster mitigation, among other economic development kinds of projects. We have 150 staff and 7 offices throughout the country. So when the earthquake hit, we were affected like all other organizations were affected in terms of our staff losing homes and our building having damage and things like that. But we were able to get back on our feet pretty quickly and able to deliver about 50 containers of relief to our partners on the ground. But more importantly, I think we were positioned for a longer-term response because we had the networks and the logistics and the staff to be able to respond pretty quickly. And I do agree with some of the other comments that more has been done on the ground than I think a lot of people realize. A lot of the press has talked about things not moving forward, still people living in tents, etc. But I think it's really important to look at some of the successes that have been going on and how that lays the foundation for the future in terms of reconstruction. And I just wanted to mention one of those with regard to reconstruction. One of the big problems right after the earthquake was people's fear about the actual building structures. People's fear about going into buildings, either their homes, their schools, whatever the case was, government buildings that had gone down, work buildings. And what we decided to focus on was basically assessing all of the structures to determine their habitability or their damage levels. So the first phase then was to go in with a seismic engineering firm who is our partner, Miyamoto International, out of California, have a lot of experience in seismic structures worldwide, and to look at using an international standard called ATC 20, which is an assessment methodology, and basically tagging the buildings either green, which meant safe for entry, yellow, which was limited entry or some damage, or red, which meant that the building was unsafe for entry and probably needed to be rebuilt or demolished. So since then, we have tagged, we call that tagging, nearly 400,000 structures in Port-au-Prince, including homes, schools, clinics, government buildings, etc., and trained over 500 Haitian engineers and other construction professionals in seismic damage assessments. And also this data was entered into a master database, and I think some of you received this this map right here. This map is a map of, it's kind of hard to see, but basically the yellow, green, and red dots, every single dot is a structure in Port-au-Prince. Those are the 400,000 that I'm talking about. And what you'll see there is about 54% of the buildings were assessed green, about 24% red, or I'm sorry, 20, I can't read this, 26 and 26% yellow, sorry, and the rest were red. And so that gives us a picture today of exactly where the damage is in every single neighborhood, house by house, structure by structure. It lays the framework for further reconstruction because it tells us what needs to be done. And then also for the next phase of the project, which is the repair. So what we're focusing right now on is repairing the yellow tagged homes. And there's a very specific methodology that's been developed for the repairs. It categorizes them by type so that the masons and the contractors that we're training know exactly when they see the code written on the wall of the building or the home, they can say, oh, okay, that's repair number 12B, so they know exactly where to go in a repair guideline that was developed specifically for this. So I mentioned this project because a lot of people don't know about it, but it's also quite significant in terms of moving us forward. It also has created a tremendous capacity in Haiti with engineers, masons, carpenters, small contractors, small business people on how to conduct these repairs, which we're doing the training. We've been doing the training and we continue to do the training. In fact, we're opening it up now to other NGOs and organizations this month so that they can go on and do repairs as well. But I think it's also important because it's a scalable strategy and it's cost effective, it's pretty quick, and it could move. If we repair 80,000 yellow tagged homes over the next 18 to 24 months, we can move over 500,000 Haitians out of the camps and back into their neighborhoods. So your question about how long it's going to take, the repair piece could take as little as 18 to 24 months if we focus on that and donors come forward with funding to achieve that. That's a sort of a shorter term goal, but it's going to be at least a decade, I would say. I don't know what other reconstruction experts say, but it's going to take a very, very long time because it's not just about repairing the houses that are. It's also about looking at the overall urban plan of Port-au-Prince that just sprawled up all, no building codes, no sense of community spaces, it's just chaos. So we're actually working in one neighborhood called Delma 32 with the World Bank and with USAID, who also supported this tagging and repair project. And we're going to be doing a model neighborhood reconstruction in Delma 32 that will not only repair yellow and red homes, but will bring in other partners for roads, clinics, water and sanitation, open spaces, schools, and basically rebuilding an entire community. That kind of work is going to take a long, long time, but we are doing it in a smaller neighborhood, and it is possible to do, and it's going to be done, and it's going to provide some real concrete deliverables, if you will, some real concrete examples or a model of how this can be done in the future and moving forward in other neighborhoods.